All right, so today, Paul,
Yes.
where are we headed? Do you remember the name of it?
Willamette Stone.
The Willamette Stone. What is the importance of the Willamette Stone?
Importance of the Willamette Stone is a corner spot meant to mark the division of Portland and Vancouver.
Close. Close. It does deal with land division. However, before Oregon and Washington were even a state, it was known as the Oregon Territories.
Okay.
So we had all these folks coming over on the Oregon Trail, right?
Yeah.
Over in the Midwest, from the East Coast. They were coming over and they needed land. And it was part of the government's plan to give away parcels of land.
Okay.
Now, how do you divide up said land?
You make a map and you start auctioning it off.
Yeah, you make a map, then you got to divide it up from there. Now, back in those days, obviously they didn't have GPS, they didn't have any of that fancy stuff. So what they did was they created a single point, and that single point is where we're going to. This point divides up all properties that make up Oregon and Washington, parts of California as well.
Okay.
That's how important this one little speck of land, this stone, the Willamette Stone that we're going to, that's how important it is. It divides up everything. Now, I was just talking to my dad, and we can trace our the deed on the house. Of course, as soon as we start going by the cemetery that I grew up nearby, the camera starts glitching out. Brand new camera starts glitching out. Turning on, turning off. I don't know what just happened. Swapped out the battery. Hopefully that solves the issue. So we're talking about the house, my house, right?
Yeah.
And we can trace back the deed way back to the Willamette Stone dividing up the property. Just want to show you guys this real quick. This is the detour we took. I didn't want Paul to just arrive at the Willamette Stone and not be recording. So we took a detour into said cemetery. That just killed my camera. Because that's a good idea. It was worth it for the view up there, right? Yeah, beautiful view. Okay, so the deed goes back, yada yada yada. Willamette Stone divides up properties in what was the Oregon Territory. So that's why we're going there. We're gonna go check it out, take a look, show you guys. It's a real cool spot, super important for Oregon history. So we'll get some driving footage and see you there. All right, so we're walking down to the stone right now. You may be asking yourselves, why is this stone important for the Oregon Trail?
Why is it important?
Yeah, see, that's myself right there. So again, like we had talked about briefly before, when the settlers were making their way out west, and they needed a good incentive to do that, right?
Yeah.
They needed a good reason to pack up everything, put their lives in jeopardy, and spend months and months heading out to this area that wasn't even settled by the Europeans yet. So that's where this came into play, right? It helped divide up the land. The government said, hey, if you head out here, we'll give you property. You can farm it, you can get livestock, you can do whatever you want. This will be yours. That's why this is so important and how it's so related to the Oregon Trail. And here it is, Paul. Here it is, man. How cool is this? This is it. Right here. This is the marker that divided up all the property. This is what we came to see. All right, so nerded out a little bit over this because it's so cool to think about.
Yeah.
All the properties in Oregon and Washington were based off of this silver dot right here. Yeah, there's mosquitoes everywhere out here. So originally this was a cedar stake, right? There's this nice cement pad and this nice path that we walked down. That wasn't here. It was a cedar stake that was just stuck in the ground here. So that poor surveyor, that he had to come out here and find that to help divide up properties. And I mean, we're in the middle of what would have been a really old forest.
Yeah.
Right, looking around, we can see a lot of this is, you know, pretty old growth.
Oh yeah.
It's been around for a very long time. So originally it was a cedar stake in the ground, right? Boom, right here. That was the point they went off of. Over time, it was changed out to an actual stone. It was a big stone that sat here, and then it was vandalized. It was destroyed in essence. So what they did was they put the geodetic marker right here and made this nice little pad, and that's what we have now. So that's it. I think that's going to wrap it up for this. Thanks for checking it out. We're going to see what other Oregon Trail obscure history related places and things we can find. Keep bringing you guys videos.
Yep.
Like it, Paul?
Till next time.
Till next time. Say bye, Paul.
Bye, Paul.